Hi, I'm Streaky, and today I'm reviewing the Benchmark DAC3 HGC. So this is the Benchmark DAC, Digital Audio Converter. It's the latest one from Benchmark. Benchmark were a company that were quite big on the pro audio scene around 10 years ago with their early DACs. They've kind of dropped off the scale on that a little bit. Other people have kind of taken their place with more audio interface stuff. So having just a straightforward DAC wasn't really in the pro audio world's game. People want more of a D to A to D kind of situation and loads more gubbings and things rather than just a straightforward DAC. With the hi-fi world, they love a bit of this. They love being able to play from their computer straight into here and then straight into their speaker system. So that's where Benchmark have probably put themselves. So I always wanted to hear Benchmark, and so here we go. This is the DAC3. Now, as you can see, it's quite a compact, light unit, which if you are an engineer on the move, it's pretty handy just to play straight out of your system, plug into someone else's. If you're not using outboard gear, then yeah, this DAC would be perfect for you. It's comes on the back. Let's have a quick run through, shall we? It's got analog outputs on XLRs, and then it's got some phono, two lots of phono outs on the back as well. It's got some analog inputs on phonos, two digital inputs obviously on phonos and also on optical, and then a USB in, which obviously I'm using. So I was using this and the audio outputs on XLRs to feed my system when I've been listening and checking it out. On the front, it's quite plain and basic. Blue LEDs, always like a blue LED, but it's quite a boring box, may I say. It's not very lavish and exciting, but it does what it says on the tin. It comes with some rack ears if you need them. It's also, the main thing that I like about this is there's a motorized knob. We love a motorised knob. When you turn it on, it's superb. So that's fun. This retails at $2,500. Now this has got the headphone jack inputs, which is why it's at that price. It gets a little bit cheaper if you don't have those. It gets a little bit cheaper if you don't have this sort of preamp sort of feature as well. So you can have it just as a straight, you know, in and out DAC, and I think that takes about £500 off the price. But this is the all singing, all dancing. It's quite simple. It's got a mute and a dim button on the front, polarity button. Then you can select your inputs, which is digital and then USB and then analog one, blah, blah. And then it's got this little HT sign, which you can go to. So what that does is home theatre. But in a mastering sense or in a recording sense, that's quite handy, because what it does, it takes the preamp section away. So it's just a fixed output. So for what I'm doing, where I'm just playing in, I want it at a fixed output. I don't want to be turning this to get the level out of it. I want it just to, whatever I'm playing out of my system, it's going straight into the gear. So having it in HT mode is perfect for that. So that's a big tick in the Pro Audio box. The headphone outputs, now they sound surprisingly good. They're really good, in fact. I like the overall quality of that. It wasn't sort of a cheap bolt-on. They are quite specialist in the hi-fi world, so that's why they need to think about that. I've got this other box by them, which I can't even lift. It's a specialist headphone box, which I'll go into another day. That's on another level, but this is certainly up there pretty good as a sort of in the box thing, especially if you're on the road. It's super handy for that because it's small, headphones, and then bang some outs to a pair of speakers and use that. You're all done kind of thing. So it's great from that. Okay, so enough about what the box looks like and the features. How does it actually sound? Now, putting it on straight away, it was really open sounding, really smooth. I didn't find any, you know, it was quite exciting in a kind of Prism way, very similar to the Prism in that kind of sound. I did an earlier, which I'll link here, shootout for DACs. It was part 1. I'll do a part 2, which will feature this. So if you want to hear the sound of it against other ones, it will be against the Solaris and maybe the Burl or the Prism. Yeah, I'll do that in the next couple of weeks for you so you can hear the difference. But it is a really nice open sound. It's very smooth. There's a lot of low end there. It's really tight sounding. It didn't get in the way of the sound. It kind of emphasized the sound and gave a nice open picture. So I enjoyed it. I didn't find any issue with it at all. It's posh. It's up there with all the others. It really gets you to the point where it's just a taste thing, whether you like that against the Solaris or whether you like that against the Prism, or, you know, if you need certain features. But as a straight D2A, then this is really nice. So yeah, if you're in the market for a D2A, this is definitely something on your list. You should have a listen to it. Very open, very smooth. It's got great features on it. It's very portable, as you can see from the way I've been throwing it around. So yeah, that is the Benchmark DAC3. Now, if you like this kind of content, I'm here every week, every day in fact, doing reviews like this, talking about how to get your room sounding better, mixing, mastering, anything to do with pro audio. So please subscribe here. Also, I have a newsletter. Go to streaky.com, sign up for the newsletter. It's only once a month, but it puts you in the right direction of getting discounts, giveaways, things that I'll point you to stuff that I can't do on YouTube. So it's just another way of me to give you some content. Go to streaky.com, sign up for the newsletter. Thanks for watching. Until next time, bye.